Shalom, Barak the Yahweh, 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 let give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh, the belongs to the apostles, elders, and bishops, great millstone that taught us his word, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect across the planet Earth, pushing this truth and sincerity in the spirit and in truth. Wars, rumors of wars. I just got this article out of Zero Hedge. It was dated yesterday, Sunday, December 7th, 2025, titled Russia Stands Shoulder to Shoulder in Venezuela. So, eventually all these nations, they're going to turn against America, as the scriptures say. Blast U.S. war footings. I guess they're building up their military over in the Caribbean, about to go to war, or hearing of wars or rumors down there on the Caribbean with Venezuela. So apparently Russia is standing shoulder to shoulder with Venezuela. So everything is, the Most High is working on the minds of these different leaders. But it says Russia on Sunday issued new statements voicing deep concern over the U.S. force posture in the Southern Caribbean, warning against any possible slide toward direct military action. A fresh Kremlin statement said Moscow was standing shoulder to shoulder with Caracas, with a fresh appeal for the Trump administration to avoid exacerbating tensions which could lead to open and unnecessary conflict. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov criticized Washington's desire to establish unconditional dominance in the region and declared that this has become the norm for the current administration. He doesn't keep himself at home, The military bases, are stretching, thin. That's what happens when a nation or an empire begins to fall, just like with the Roman Empire. The Roman army was spread thin across different other nations, that weakened their military. So we're seeing the same thing happen again, and this time. He warned that tensions are not easing, and escalation continues off Latin America, also after the last few months stretching back to September have seen a string of nearly 24 deadly U.S. attacks on alleged drug smuggling boats. And here's a tweet. According to this column, in Venezuela, the Department of War is indeed playing offense, as Trump promised, but the opponent isn't really Maduro, it's Putin. I guess Donald Trump tweeted something. David Marcus, Trump's aggression toward Venezuela, a warning to Putin. So Trump tweeted this, saying that basically Trump is saying that he's warning Putin, man. So there's a lot of tension, a lot of smack talking, a lot of rod swinging, man, going on. But war is out there, man. World War III is right on the brink. But that's what Yahweh Shai told us to look for in these end days. It's Matthew 24:6. And you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So man, these things must come to pass, man. The Most High is working on the minds of these different leaders, to fulfill prophecy. But the end is not yet, We're at the beginning of sorrows, man. So now's the time to, get right. And now, as the scriptures say, now it's, high time to awake out of sleep, man. This thing is definitely going down. Revelation 17:15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. Yeah, the whore that sitteth upon many waters. That's talking about America. That whore, a scar. And the 10 horns which thou sawest on the beast, they shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. Yeah, so 10 horns of the EU, NATO, all these other different nations, man, they're gonna eventually turn on America. Russia, they're part of the BRICS nation. So eventually everyone's gonna turn on America, you know, and they're gonna make her desolate, naked, shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. How? Through that nuclear destruction, the nuclear missiles, man. You know. So that's why, you know, at World War III, it's going to play a huge role in prophecy, man. It's going to be the destruction of America. It's going to be the outcome of that World War III, and also the destruction of Israel. But that's going to get built back up, you know. Scripture say the sons of strangers are going to build up thy walls, man. For the Most High had put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, as the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. Yeah, so the Most High is putting in their hearts to fulfill his will. We just read his will. It'll burn her with fire, the nuclear destruction, man. The Most High's righteous, indignation. So he's putting it in their minds to do this. So the angels, they're all working on these minds of these different leaders. There's Maduro, there's Putin. So they're in league with each other, man. And basically, Trump just said, he reposted this tweet, basically confirming what this David Marcus guy said. He said Trump's aggression toward Venezuela, a warning to Putin. He retweeted that. So, he's warning Putin. But Putin has the nukes. Putin, they're not scared. So, this thing can go down. We're close to this thing, man. Like you said, but it's all Most High is doing, man. Because, the outcome of this World War III is destruction, but it's also, the deliverance of the elect, It's Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Yeah, so right before those missiles touch down, the elect's going to get beamed up in them ships. This is the salvation. The Lord's going to say, come up hither. And they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, which is a chariot. And their enemies beheld them. In that same hour, there's a great earthquake. And the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So World War II, woe means destruction. The Second World's War is already past. And the third war cometh quickly. And this great earthquake is what's going to, be the outcome of those nuclear missiles touching down. 200 million missiles are going to hit this place. It's going to create a great earthquake. And the 10th part of the city fell. Yeah, the earth is broken up into 10 different parts, 10 zip codes. Or you can, or 10 FEMA regions, But from Maine all the way to California, it's broken up into 10 different parts. And they said the 10th part of the city fell, meaning all of America is going to fall. And in the earthquake were slain men 7,000. So the complete number of men, women, children, whoever has their feet on the soils of America will be slain in that nuclear destruction. And the remnant were frightened and gave glory because the remnant were saved and they're up in the chariot. So they're not going to take part in that second death, the election. But other things must come to pass, like Yahushua said, you know, there roars, rumors of wars. Be not troubled, for these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. You know, we still got other prophecies. You know, you got time of Jacob's trouble. They got to push the mark of the beast, which, you know, the technology is already in place for that, so that can go down anytime. You know. But yeah, I just wanted to bring out this article. Russia's standing shoulder to shoulder with Venezuela. You know, Trump is giving warnings. You know, that Trump's aggression toward Venezuela is a warning to Putin. Trump retweeted that, so he basically confirmed, you know, what this David Marcus guy was saying. But yeah, you know, with that, you know, shalom.